Hello and welcome back to Kendle Farm. As you guys probably realised, it's my last video. I said that we'd be a couple of months before we made another one of these. As you probably guessed from this, it's been a couple of it's been just over a year. The reason for that has been we've had some fairly major changes around the farm. So I'm going to show you. Originally, I'm going to show you these. Originally, it was going to be just a small bit of a rearrangement, and we actually decided to spend a lot more money. We got a bit of a loan, and yeah, we've made a lot of improvements to the farm over the past year. It's unfortunate on this day it's decided to rain, but that's all right. A little water never hurts anybody. So we're going to leave the Land Rover here. As you can see, it's parked in a very different place. It used to be parked down the side of the house there. And now we've created this new gateway in here, and new area. And I think the stonemasons have done a fantastic job on these walls. The walls are all recycled, so they're recycled stone from other places, and yeah, they look fantastic. So we're gonna go into the main yard and show you the first big change, which is this building here. So. Next to the barn, we have built a grain store. We have, as you see, an underground grain store here, and yeah, it's fantastic. So we now have somewhere to store our crops for the limited harvest that we do. So that's a brilliant start. Our old little pressure washer's gone, and we now have a fixed pressure washer here, which is a great little addition to the farm. Our main barn with the workshop here is unchanged, as is the little side bit on it. We've paved a load of the space around here, and added this new big barn here, which is fantastic. So we have more space to store machinery and things, and as a result, we have also created a new gateway out of here. Otherwise, our main parts of the barn here and everything are pretty much the same. We have we built a couple of these. Now these are modern buildings, but built in a classic style. So yeah, we've tried to use recycled materials wherever we can. And yeah, what used to be sort of a little shed here, we've built a nice sort of storage sheds that we can put stuff in. Everything else around here pretty much is the same. It's yeah, pretty much unchanged. So if we go and jump in the landy, and I will show you the other changes that we've made. There we go. We need to give the landy service actually, so we'll do that in a bit. There we go. Out we are. Right, so, yeah. New gateways and new buildings and reworkings. We sold a bit of land and bought a little bit of land in the last year as well. I don't think I ever showed these barns off to everyone before. Originally, we reshaped these a lot. Basically, they used to have all they'd got a bit overgrown and all had grass under them, so we cleared all the grass away and spruced them up a bit. They're all a bit rusty and everything, but for the most part they're now more usable than they were before, so we have somewhere to store some more stuff. Which is fantastic. So these are now usable. These are now a great little place for us to store some of our equipment and some of it. We've not got it in use at the moment. But we will have use for them, and we've added a fuel tank here as well to make this yard a little more usable. And then the other big change is up at the cows. Now, the cow yard was the reason why it's been a year. Well, that and putting in the grain store. And the grain store took longer than we'd expected. And it was a much bigger job. We were going to go for a simpler solution initially. So now we've gone for something grander. Now this yard, Tom's still about, you can see there. But this yard has had a big rebuild. The main cowshed itself, we've left alone. So our main cowshed here is much the same as it was before. However, down this side here, we've basically... So this shed here and here, this end bit, we've left alone. We remodeled and rebuilt a huge section. Well, we rebuilt all these sheds, basically. Put new sheds in down here. We still have our silage clamp here, but the silage clamp there where we were storing our bales is gone. And we now have a calving area here, which is fantastic. Something we lacked in any great way last time. Our bales are now in here. This is still an indoor silage clamp, this, but it's a good place for us to store our bales. And then we've got various bits of equipment and things, but yeah. And of course the barn that was down the end here, that is now gone. And most of our equipment has moved to this one. So it's a big change around here. And then we've got some more new barns down the side here. So we have this, which is our milk tank, I think. Yeah, and this is our milker. This is our brand new milking parlor. So, yeah, which is fantastic. So we've basically expanded the farm quite a bit. And it's investment to make sure that the farm stays well going forwards. And just popping down the side here, so these buildings are all the same, and our slurry pits are unchanged. And if I close this gate, I can head around the side. As our barns here, we have no... yeah, we don't have any muck left because we've used it all. But this was where we stored all that. And yeah, so this end of the farm is pretty much unchanged. It's mainly... We've cut into the cow field a little bit. And made some more space for ourselves. Got ourselves a nice big milking parlour. And yeah, and basically invested in our cows to make sure that we can make more money. So in the rain, what we do need to do is we're going to have to get cultivating. It brings springtime. We need to get our fields sorted. So let's head back to the main farm. We might head to the workshop quickly and just park this there ready for me to do some maintenance on it later. So we have last year's crop to get rid of. We have added a gate in directly opposite here, which is quite useful as well. Basically, the farm has had... We've had our full rework of it. And just to try and make it more efficient and more useful, and make sure we're investing in it going forward. The other big change is because we had a lot of earth moving equipment and building equipment and things on one of our fields. We've actually changed round. Oh, let's turn that off. There we go. We've actually changed around which fields are our agricultural ones. So while this field here is still an agricultural field, this one now has become a grass field. And we've bought this field over here. We'll just... hop through the hedge and have a look here. Oh, so we are going to buy this field. Sorry, we haven't bought it yet. This is something that we have. It's 41,000. It's going to be 41,000 this field. So we will see. We'll probably purchase this before we start doing the planting. But yeah, because we've had to turn this to grass. It's become too uneven because of the changes we made, and we had to put a dike in here which is very full at the moment, because we found that this field was flooding a bit, and we needed to stop runoff from our agricultural field into here. But it didn't save the field. It actually it just meant that we needed to make it grass. So we've done that as well. And we do have another agricultural field down the far end, down the end of that road there. But enough of that. We will pop down there, and because we need to get working with cultivating, we'll jump in our 7810. There we go. Start her up. And we need to go and get our cultivator and start getting to work. So we'll get on that. Oh. Got a bit close to the barn there. I think I'm going to have to look forward and reverse again. We got a bit close to the barn and it's thrown us off a bit. There we go. And there we are. So we... Right, so let's head down to the field and we'll attack our smaller field, which is our other new agricultural field. Which is down here. So this is our new field. We sold the field the other side of the road to buy this, because we didn't own this one before, and we just basically tried to pick up some new fields that are useful to us. Right. I think our best bet is to head over this side of the field, and we will start work across here. There we go. There we are. So I'm really pleased with the changes. I'm really pleased with the updates that we've made to the farm. They will really serve the farm well going forwards. And that's the thing. It's we're not going to keep the farm or keep the farm going if we don't invest in it. And I'm happy with the investment I've made, and we've had a good year. It's just been a bit chaotic, which is of course why I haven't done any videos, because in all that chaos it just wasn't possible. But we're back now, and I hope you're enjoying this one. And we're back doing some work on the farm, which I really am enjoying doing again. Not worrying about, what the builder's getting right or wrong or anything like that. Just sort of getting back into the normal running of the farm is really nice and quite good for us. And I'm looking forward to we should have a good lambing season and a good calving season this year. Both our animals, both sets of animals, are doing well, and yeah, all indications are that we're gonna have a good season for both. I mean, that first year, the first year that we were doing videos, I was doing videos for you guys. They basically we had, I think it was 3 calves and 8 lambs. Was our increase, which wasn't a great year. Wasn't too bad, but yeah, we could have had better. I mean, those numbers are not bad for, we have small herds, so yeah. I'm not expecting huge numbers, but we'll see what that produces this year. There we are. It's so rainy. I mean, it's late March. You'd expect, we do expect this kind of weather sort of this time of year. But I'm not sure. It's March. It's March 20th. So you know, spring is trying to spring at the moment. The ground's been a bit hard up to this point. We had a late frost this year. That sort of kept the ground harder later. So that's why we're not starting our cultivating till quite late, because, well, it would just cost us too much in repairs to the cultivator. So kind of rushing to get our crops in now, but that's okay. We don't have a huge amount of arable crops to get in, so we have the time to do it. We're it's not an issue insofar, because it only takes us a few days to get stuff in, so we're good for that for the most part. This year we're aiming for a wheat harvest. I need to get over a bit. I'm a bit. I'm gonna have to go and get these patches that I'm missing a bit later. I think I have to make sure that I line up a bit and do a bit more of an overlap, because at the moment we're missing bits. There we are. Get us lined back up. And away we go again. Yeah. So hopefully by next time we will have all of this. We will certainly have all of this cultivated. I should think that I will probably do another video in it. Only a couple of days. When we can get some seeding started, and bring you guys along for that. As we and hopefully we'll have that other field built by then. As I say, it's about 41,000. We are in negotiations for it, and hopefully it will pan out in the next few days. We put the cultivator down a little earlier. And there we go. Yeah, make sure we don't do that this time. There we are. Nicely lined up. Maybe about halfway through this field. That's good. That's very good. It is a very wet day. Not a huge problem, but it is a very wet day. Away we go again. Oh, right, and so my hope is that this is going to that we're going to have a good growing season this year. We have plenty. We do still have plenty of bales, which is fantastic from last year, and that will keep our sheep and our cows going for a little while. And yeah, we need to do a grass harvest fairly quickly. But I also need to fertilise the grass fairly quickly as well. Yeah. Oh, it's such a dank and dark and horrible day. But farming doesn't stop for that, so... Well, unless you're harvesting, in which case you can't try the crops, so yeah. But certainly, cultivating does not stop for the rain. You just want to get it done and get it finished. There we go. Way and round. There we go. Okay, let's lower this and get going again. Yeah, so getting this in, we're not moving to a more arable setup, but it does mean that we don't have to immediately sell all of our crops at the moment, which is good because sometimes, well, it means that we can then choose a better price for our crops. Right, and down. Yeah, and choosing a better price for our crops means that we can again make more money. So it's all about maximising what we can get out of the farm, really. Especially after having spent so much money and having to get a bit of a loan out to complete the works. Because however much you put away, it's never enough to do work in the same way as we have. It was one of those things that basically, once we got started and we went, this is what we actually need to do, we just had to finish it. We had to bite the bullet a bit. And that's led to sort of the selling of some fields and the purchasing of others, and yeah, just sort of generally trying to work things a little bit better. Up and round. There we go. Well, the lights on might help. Actually, that's a good point. We'll put those on. That does help a little bit. It is a very dank and dark and dull day. Alright, there we go. And round. So the spots I missed, I'll have to pop back and get later. But for now, it's going okay. So we've got most of the field done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this off myself in a bit. But for now, I think I'm probably going to let you guys go. Whoa. There's not a huge amount left to do in this field. But it's going to get a bit fiddly coming on. And I want to make sure that, you know, I'm able to talk to you guys a bit. And I'm slightly worried that my talk is not what it should be at the moment. Trying to concentrate on getting this round. But it is good. It is good to be back on the farm and doing, you know, regular farming, as I said. And we will doing a lot more of it too. Now, there we go. So reverse up. There we go. And that gets us... We're probably okay for now. We'll get this field finished. So yeah, we don't own the field the other side of this road anymore. We did sell that off. I see actually that the owners put it up for sale again. We might have another look at it. Trouble is, we actually don't need, for the size of farm we are, we don't need that many fields. We just need enough to produce the hay and the grass for our sheep and our cows. And the straw for the cows, so... Oh, there we go. There we are, right at the edge of the field now. Be a couple more strokes and then we should have it done. And then we can start looking at getting the well, we still have the other field to do, and we still have the field that we're purchasing. That once that's gone through, we will need to cultivate and seed that as well. We might even need to plough that one too. I don't know how much work he's done on it. Right. Yeah, we're basically into headland territory now. For the most part. I think it gets a bit wider down. Yeah, it gets wider down the far end of the... down the far end of the field. Oh, there we go. We're only about 2 strips from the end now. There we are. Oh. Right, this should be our last run, I think. Our last one before, yeah, we should be able to do the headlands now after this. So, we'll get those done. But I'm going to leave it here, actually, for you guys. Yeah, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this time on Kendle Farm. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.